Have you ever prayed but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need. There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. He always knows what's right. God hears them all. There is no prayer too small. My God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. No prayer too small. No prayer too small. God hears them all.
Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach and the host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. As an addiction recovery coach, I want to share something with you. Let me be crystal clear to leave an everlasting impact upon. Just imagine being buried alive. You're in a coffin, but you know you're not dead. You don't know how to get out of that coffin. You try lifting the lid, but the enormous weight upon the lid prevents you from opening the lid. You bang on the lid to maybe unsettle the dirt, and somebody might notice and start digging their way down towards you. This is what it's like to feel at the lowest point of alcohol and drug addiction. You know you need help. You know you can't do it on your own. You just don't know where to turn. In reality, there are people standing by your grave. You just don't know that. You just think you're going to die. Usually, though, people don't think about death when they're habitually abusing drugs and alcohol. In order to feed an addiction, you have to be great at repressing the fear of death. I often ask you, my audience, did it ever cross your mind while you were abusing drugs and alcohol that maybe, just maybe, you might take your own life away by overdosing? Life that God gave you to enjoy sceneries like what's behind me. And if that's not selfish enough, you take your life away from the people that love and count on you most. Your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, brother or sister, children, and grandchildren. With this, let me leave one last thought. Don't be like the person that I read about on these index cards that waited and waited and waited until it was too late. Instead, call me at 844-405-HELP and let me help you take your life back, for your life is gone. People like Larry Geis from the Geis Academy at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis and I always tell folks like you, it doesn't matter where you've been, it doesn't matter where you came from. What matters most is that you are here for a better today and a brighter tomorrow. Larry can be found at www.odysseyconsultant.org. Larry Geis is an addiction recovery coach, a life coach for over 30 years. Larry and I both always are waiting for phone calls to help people like you. Call Larry at 516-458-2741. Larry Geis from the Geis Academy. Folks, when you take your slippers off at night to get into bed, don't just put them at the edge of your bed. Stick them way under your bed. That way in the morning when you wake up, when God gives you the opportunity to enjoy another day, you have to get on your knees to look for those slippers. And while you're on your knees, use that as a personal time between you and God. You can do things like thank God for a beautiful day. Thank God for allowing you to enjoy that day. Thank God for having a home, clothing, family. Ask God for guidance and direction for an upcoming day and week. Ask God for mercy and forgiveness. While you're on your knees, use that time to speak to God. I call that knee-mail, K-N-E-E-mail. It's from your lips to His ears. Use it each and every morning. All you need to do is to take those slippers off at night, stick them under your bed. In the morning, retrieve those slippers. Use about 5 minutes or so to talk to God. Put those slippers on, stand straight up, and walk with God 24/7. Try to do this each and every day, and you'll see differences happening in your life. Folks, do you believe in karma? I have 10 reasons for you to believe in karma. Karma, there's an old common saying, oh, isn't karma a bitch? That has become very popular in the modern culture, and it is used frequently in the context with karma. But the people who really think that karma is something dreadful haven't really figured out how it actually works. Many people think that karma is just a law that forces you to be good all the time, because if you are bad, then karma will come and take revenge. This is the way many religions preach morality, with the threat of an impending hell for wrongdoers. But karma is not that simple. It is a much bigger concept than that. Let me mention the 10 different things to make karma a bitch. Number 1 is, in very simplified terms, karma is the law of cause and effect. For every effect, there is something that has caused it, and in turn becomes a cause for some other effect. The cycle continues, and karma states that bad actions become causes for further bad actions, while good actions become causes for good effects. Such a law can never be a bitch, because it acts impersonally all the time. Number 2, karma is unbiased. Picture this. A great man also has some bad karma, and an evil man may have a little bit of good karma. Karma is not partial to anyone. Your every good deed will be rewarded, but similarly, your every bad deed will be punished. There's nothing bitchy about that. Number 3, a lot of people think karma is bad, but karma can be good as well. As stated previously, good actions lead to good karma and positive rewards. If you help someone in need, it will come back to you one day when you are in need. The perception that karma is a tool for punishing the bad is completely absurd. Number 4, karma is not revenge either. A lot of people think that if someone has hurt them, then karma should take revenge for the person that hurt you. They want that person to get hurt and suffer, and when it doesn't happen, they feel karma does not exist at all. Remember that karma is not going to take revenge for you. The person who has hurt you has earned bad karma, and it will affect him at the end, but it won't be done to satisfy you or make you feel any better. Number 5, when karma comes back to whatever we sent out, it's always obvious, especially to others. It's not like if someone has hurt you, then a few weeks they will get hurt too. It's not that simple. You might not even realize from the outside that the person is suffering, but at a very deep level, karma will be doing its job to the person that has hurt you. Number 6, one amazing way of looking at karma is thinking of it as a balance sheet of our actions. All bad actions go in the column, and all good ones in another column. If your bad actions exceed the good ones, you are in debt and will receive bad karma. But if your good actions are more than your bad ones, you'll receive good karma. Number 7, karma is the same thing as the old age saying, as you sow, you shall reap. It is a simple reminder that you must behave with others in the same way that you want others to behave with you. Almost like what's in the Bible, do unto others as you would do unto you. If you are rude to everyone, you can't expect others to be nice to you, my friends. You should use karma to guide your actions and not think of it as a bitch. Number 8, karma is not a bitch. Rather, it is a moral compass. It should be used to guide your actions. If you know something is wrong, don't do it just because it seems easy. The wrong things are always the easier to do. The shortcut has been never worthwhile taken. Do the hard, but do it right. Number 9, think about it. How can karma be a bitch if good karma brings positivity into your life? A bitch is always a bitch, but karma can be both good and bad depending on how you are and what actions you take. So be good and do the right things and let karma take care of the rest for you. Number 10, someone has very well said that karma is like a mirror. If you go around hurting people and earning bad karma, then of course it's going to seem like a bitch to you. But try being good for the change and earn some good karma and then see if it is still a bitch. Trust me, it won't be. Try to do unto others as you would have done unto you. It's that simple. It's just such a simple concept. This whole thing, these 10 things, should be just basic human playing field. In other words, we all do bad sometimes in life, but try to outweigh the good with the bad as the bottom line, and try not purposely to be bad. We all make mistakes. What we need to do is learn from the mistake, pick ourselves up and keep moving forward. But when you make mistake after mistake, or maybe even in some cases purposely hurt people and purposely do things wrong, the karma will come. And you know what? It's not even the karma because it's cause and effect as much as because God will punish you. Simple as that. God wants you to respect others and love others and show compassion to others. He doesn't want you going around hurting people. No one wants that. That's why knee mail that I spoke about in the beginning of this segment is to get on your knees and speak to God each and every day will help you prevent from going out hurting people, because what you will be doing is showing the respect, the love, the compassion towards other people, because that's what you want ultimately in life. You don't want people to go around hurting you, do you? So why would you do it to other people? Start today with a brand new look at life. Start today with a brand new life. All that I talk about is not even possible without the power of prayer. The power of prayer will help you with your daily functions 24/7. Do unto others as you want done to you. That is karma, plain and simple. If you want to go out there and hurt people purposely and treat people nasty, I guarantee you it'll come back to you. Don't let it happen to you. Start today with a new life. Give me a call at 844-405-HELP. I promise you, you and I will work together to give you good karma. And may God bless you.
Have you ever prayed but never got an answer, and wondered if God was really there? Did you feel all hope was gone, but in His time He came along and answered the prayer you thought was gone? There is no prayer too small, for God hears them all. The answer may not be just what you want, but He always knows what's right, even when we think it's it's wrong. Just remember, there is no prayer too small. I have read if you will ask, you shall receive. No matter what it is, I still believe. There is no prayer too small, and even when we fall, He gives us just exactly what we need.